Hi, Aspenar, Drone in Nature. Welcome to my channel. I'm really glad you are here. Today I want to test two different cameras. This is two typical travel cameras in many ways. You have the Dji Pocket 2 and you have the Sony ZV1. Two excellent camera. Both camera can shoot in 4K 30. And both camera has stabilization. Of course, there are different type of stabilization on these two cameras. I'm now using the inboard mic on both camera, and I know that the Sony ZV1 internal audio is really good. You can trust that, especially when you're in front of the camera. And Dji Pocket 2 has also pretty good internal mic, but with both camera you can use external audio. And what I really like about the Dji Pocket 2, if you get the creator combo, I highly recommend that. And then you get the wireless mic and you get that creative handle. The Sony ZV1, you can also attach external mics. I usually use the Rode Wireless Go 2. Excellent mic, really high quality. We're gonna switch to that soon so you can listen to the difference. But these are two very good cameras that in this test I just want to see if it's possible to use the Dji Pocket 2 as a studio cam, as a indoor camera. I know that the quality and the footage on the Sony ZV1 is excellent. It should be much better, of course. But the Pocket 2 video quality is really good also. You have a pretty large sensor on this one, bigger sensor on this one than the GoPro Hero 10 and also the Osmo Action. But two really good cameras. So I'm now going to switch to using an external mic. This is the internal mic. This is the internal mic on the Sony ZV1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And this is the internal mic on the Dji Pocket 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure that the Sony ZV1 internal mic is better than the Sony ZV1. So we're gonna switch now to external mic. I'm gonna use two different mic adapters here, so just be aware of that. It looks pretty stupid, but I just want to listen to the audio quality between the two external mics, the DJI wireless mic and the Rode. So let's switch now. Okay guys, welcome back. I'll now switch to external audio. On the Sony ZV1 I'm using the Rode Wireless Go 2. Excellent external mic. You can also use this as a wireless mic. On the Dji Pocket 2 I'm using the DJI wireless mic. Pretty good mic, pretty good audio quality. I'm really happy about that. So it's going to be fun to see how the image is side by side. I'm pretty sure, like I said, that the Sony ZV1 has better image quality than the Dji Pocket 2. But it's always fun to test cameras like this because many people are I think that many people are sitting on the fence if they're gonna upgrade maybe from a Pocket 2 or an action camera to a real indoor camera. So it's just fun to test cameras like this side by side and see if there are any major difference. This is dim light, you can say. I don't have any studio lights. I don't have a studio indoor, so I'm sitting on my living room with a background light on this side and some spots on the ceiling. That's it, nothing more. Everything is set to auto on both camera. I'm using autofocus continuous on both camera. I have face tracking on the Pocket 2. That's an excellent setting on that camera. It's great if you're moving in frame, then the camera is following you. Of course, if you move out of the frame on the Sony ZV1, the camera can't track you anymore, but you have eye tracking and face tracking on the Sony ZV1. But I'm pretty sure that the image quality is better on the Sony ZV1. And if you're going to use camera auto for vlogging, that's a different thing. With the Pocket 2 you have a mechanical gimbal, and that's way better than the stabilization on the Sony ZV1. The Sony ZV1 have 3 modes. You can turn off the stabilization. You can have the stabilization set to standard, then you only have lens stabilization, and you have active stabilization. But with active stabilization on the Sony ZV1 you get a major crop, and that can be a little bit of a pain because you have to have the camera really far away from you, so your face doesn't take the whole image. So that's the downside, and the active track is nowhere near the stabilization on the Pocket 2. The Pocket 2 has mechanical stabilization, so it doesn't matter how the lighting condition is, the stabilization is just going to be great. But of course in low light the Sony ZV1 is far better than the Pocket 2. You have a bigger sensor, 1 inch, and on the Pocket 2 I think you have 1/1.7 sensor, so it's a pretty good sensor on the Pocket 2, way better than GoPro and Osmo Action. And I think the new DJI Action 2 has the same sensor as the Pocket 2, so that's excellent, because the Pocket 2 is really good in low light. I did a test with the Pocket 2 versus the GoPro Hero 10, and the Pocket 2 just crushing the GoPro Hero 10. So and the stabilization always works because it's mechanical. The active stabilization on the Sony ZV1 is working. It's okay for easy walking, walking on easy path, if you know what I mean. If you're going on trails and stuff like that where your body is moving up and down, then the active stabilization isn't any good at all. I think the Sony ZV1 is an excellent travel camera. Take pretty good footage, and the 4K image looks really good. The Pocket 2 is not an action camera. I know that people are calling it a hybrid camera, but I want to say that the Pocket 2 is more a travel vlog camera. It's not waterproof. The Sony ZV1 is not waterproof. It was pretty. What I really like about the Pocket 2 is that it's so small. It's not even possible to see if you're holding it in your hand. It's really small. Of course, the Sony ZV1 is also a pocket camera. You can just, it's easy to collapse, and the lens, because you don't have a attachable lens, the lens just collapses with the camera, so that's excellent. So you can actually put it in your pocket like you can do with the Pocket 2. So maybe this should be a Sony ZV1 pocket camera. Yeah, this is 2 excellent camera, and I really love using both of them. So now we are testing it with an external mic. I'm pretty sure that the Rode system is way better. I'm still learning the Sony ZV1. I'm shooting everything in auto, like I said. And the same on the DJI Pocket 2. I only set the max ISO to 1600 on the Pocket 2. So I'm pretty sure that the image quality is way better on the Sony ZV1. So yeah, and one more thing, of course, the price on these 2 cameras. The Sony ZV1 is more expensive, of course. It's a bigger camera. You have more things in it, if you know what I mean, and it's a bigger sensor and a better camera in many ways than the Pocket 2. But I don't think the price difference isn't that much. I think you have to pay $500 US for the Pocket 2 now, and the Sony ZV1, it's around $700 US. In Norway the price is a little bit more different. Actually in Norway the price difference between these 2 cameras isn't that much. So I think both of these cameras is great buys, so I highly recommend both of them. I'm really happy with the Sony ZV1 so far, but this is going to be more of a travel camera. Maybe indoor sitting down camera talk like this, and the Pocket 2 is going to be a little bit more of a travel camera that you can use outdoor with excellent stabilization. So yeah, this was the fun test, side by side, everything set to auto, 4K 30 on both camera. I turned off the stabilization on the Sony ZV1, and I highly recommend doing that when you're sitting indoor, because you don't want that crop. I don't see any reason to have stabilization on then, especially when it's mounted on a tripod. With the Dji Pocket 2, with the Creator combo, you also get a wide angle lens that's not attached to the camera now, so it's going to be fun to see how it looks. On the screens it looks like the lens is wider on the Pocket 2 than the Sony ZV1, but yeah, I think this is 24mm and the Pocket 2 is 20mm. You can get a wide angle lens for the Sony ZV1. I just ordered that. Then I think without stabilization it's 18mm, so it's going to be fun to compare these two cameras side by side then with the wide angle lens on the Sony ZV1. Then you get more or less the same. So yeah, this was a fun side by side test. I really hope you enjoyed it. It wasn't any technical at all, but I think many people are wondering what kind of camera they should get and if what they have is good enough. In my opinion, whatever you have is good enough. I think the most important is to try to create as good content as possible with what you have. So if you have a phone, use your phone and save up some money to buy something. But if you're on a budget and are not quite sure and you want a camera that can do everything, I think the Dji Pocket 2 is an excellent buy, and maybe a better buy than the Sony ZV1, because you can do much more with the Pocket 2. You actually can. It's way easier to use outside, and with the Creator combo you get an excellent wireless mic and excellent stabilization and pretty good low light, and the image quality actually looks pretty good. You also get flat color profile on the Pocket 2, decent alike. You also have that, of course, on the Sony ZV1, S-Log 2, S-Log 3, Cine 2. Yeah, you have a bunch of picture profiles on that camera. And one more thing with the Pocket 2 that's way better than the Sony ZV1 is the battery life. The battery life is excellent on the Pocket 2. I think you can record up to 1.5 hours in 4K 30. On the Sony ZV1, the battery life is crap. It's so easy as that. You can probably record up to 40 minutes in 4K 30. That's it. Really small battery. And yeah, but of course you can change your batteries on the Sony ZV1. You can't do that on the Pocket 2. You have to charge it. But so this was just a side-by-side test with these two cameras. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoy my channel and will subscribe. Leave a comment down below if there's something you want to see me compare between each other. I have the Dji Pocket 2, the Sony ZV1, and the Osmo Action, the old one, and the Hero 10. So just leave a comment if there's anything you want to see side by side. Yeah, and I also have the Sony FDR X3000, an excellent action camera. It really is. So leave a comment down below. Please subscribe, it's free. Give me a thumb up. I see that there are many people, many people watching my channel, but many people don't give me a thumb up or a thumb down. Don't get any attention, reaction to my videos. I understand that people are just automatically just watching the video and not giving any reaction. But it's quite easy when you watch your video. Leave a comment, just a couple of seconds, and maybe a thumb up or a thumb down, just a click. That's easy. And of course also hit that red box where it said subscribe or whatever in English. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.